Good morning, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well today. Thanks for stopping by. Just want to get this video up and out for you guys. Have already had a request in terms of topic, so that's what we're going to get into today. The topic that someone had a question on was, and I feel like are the two major keys to the vending machine business are, number one, finding locations, and number two, the customer service needed to keep your locations. Everyone talks about finding a location, but I haven't really heard too many people talk about how you keep that location. So that's what we're gonna get into today. Come on. All right, guys. So like I just said, we had our first topic request. So we're gonna get right into this topic request. And so the person that reached out, they wanted, just kind of some advice on what I felt like were the two major keys in terms of being successful in the vending business. Now for me, I feel like those two things are, number one, like I just said, finding the location. Number two, the customer service required to keep your location. All right, so as always, the thing, let's get right into it. All right, so in terms of finding these locations, there are a couple different strategies on it. The thing is, once you have a machine or your goal is to get a machine, so now you're out looking for locations, every single place that you drive by, you're gonna be wondering, I wonder if they have a vending machine. Like when you pass by a big warehouse, you're gonna wonder if they have a vending machine. When you pass by an office building, you're gonna wonder if they have a vending machine. So we're gonna get into pretty much all of that. All right, so right into it, man. Locations. So the type of locations that you should be focusing on, the locations that you need to focus on should be centered around something. So now what I mean by centered around something, I center all of my locations that I try to find, I center them around hours of operation. What do I mean by that? I want my machine at a location that has the most people coming for the most amount of time per day, so I increase my odds on people purchasing from my vending machine all day, every day. So you need locations that keep people rolling in, or that has a wide window of operation times. So just kind of throw out a couple ideas or examples of the types of locations that I'm talking about would be like dealerships, urgent care, because dealerships, wide array of hours of operations, most of the time from 9 a.m., some places 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., sometimes 11 p.m., just kind of depends on where you're at. So that's a wide block of operating hours for you. So you're going to maximize your opportunity for people to come in and use your vending machine. Because with a dealership as well, not only do you have people coming in all the time, but deals take a minute. So people end up sitting there, while they're waiting on paperwork, while they're waiting on their car to be clean, while they're waiting in service for their oil change to be completed. If they're just there walking around on the lot on a Saturday, it's all just kind of traffic, foot traffic that keeps people coming, and just kind of increases your odds. And just all about odds, just increases your odds on people, basically using your machine. All right, so dealerships, urgent care, courthouses, where people kind of congregate and where just a lot of foot traffic. Courthouses. Another one that I really like, big apartment buildings. I love big apartment buildings because there's a lot of people there. Now, in terms of location, you can put it either by the basketball court or playground. Basketball court, I kind of like basketball court over playground. Playground's gonna be smaller kids. Basketball court, that's gonna bring out like your older kids. And while you're there playing, hey, on a hot day, you're gonna need some Gatorade or some water. Or if it's a lot of people in the open run gym for the day, and you're waiting to go, you might want a bag of chips or something while you wait. Who knows? It's just more opportunity, more foot traffic. So apartment, basketball, by the basketball court, or another really good one. Some apartment buildings have it where your mail gets delivered right to you. Other apartments have it where everyone goes to like a central location to get their mail. Like they go to the mailbox house or whatever you would call it. That's another great place to place a machine. People see it, and they just as soon as they know that it's there, now they can potentially use it if they ever need it. We had one machine that we had at a dorm Oh my God, it went bananas. The vending machine at a dorm goes bananas. Now, I know you might want to ask, well, what sells the most? Chips and everything sell the most. You know another huge seller? Juices. Why? Because college kids need things to mix drinks with. You know, so Gatorades, orange juice, just juices in general, like high C, Hawaiian punch, just all types of juices. Like the college kids eat that up. Gatorades, they eat that up. Yeah, so like in dorm rooms, schools, that's another great location. All right, now kind of keeping with the thing of a location where there is a lot of foot traffic, but then where once the foot traffic comes, they have to wait, and which maximizes your ability to get sales at your vending machine, is a laundromat. Now the thing with laundromats, a lot of them already have machines in them. They got claw machines, candy machines, gumball machines, combo machines, chip machines, drink machines. So, I mean, if it's an older laundromat, more established laundromat, is pretty much gonna already have something there, but you still gotta check. You still gotta check with these places. So laundromats, barbershops, that's another foot traffic location where, you know, once you're there, you sit and you wait. So those are the types of locations that you want. You don't want locations where people just zooming by in and out, because I mean they might be thirsty, but then they might be like, well, I mean, I'm on the move, you know, I'll snag some at my next location. But if you have your machine at a barbershop or a beauty salon, do you know how long women sit at a beauty salon? A very, very long time. So when these women sit at these beauty salons, or guys, you know, with a long wait, sit at a barbershop, I mean, you're gonna get hungry, you're gonna get thirsty, you know. So I mean, it's just an opportunity to, you know, basically just add more and more sales, All right, so barbershop, salons, arcades, you know, that's good for, like, for the smaller kids and things. Skate parks. Because now here's the thing, once kids, especially during the summers, you know, parents during the year get used to their kids being at school, so they have separation time. Once summertime gets here and kids are home all day, you know, I mean, parents love for the kids, hey, yeah, go to the park, you know, do whatever you want to do. So when you get at these locations, like a skate park or something, you know, things like Gatorades, juice boxes, freaking candy, kids eat them up. Snickers, Skittles, Starburst, they eat those things up. I mean, while they're at the skate park. All right, so you know, those are kind of just like an example of the types of locations that you kind of want to go after. You know, like I said, high traffic locations where people have to, once they get there, like they're there for a second, like they're sitting for a second. So you have time to think about how hungry you are, or you know, how you would like something to drink right now. So, like I said, so I'm gonna run right back over those real quick, just so y'all have them down. So types of locations: dealerships, urgent care, courthouse, apartment buildings by the mail room or the basketball courts, barbershops, salons, arcades, skate parks. Now the amount of employees, and this is just kind of from my personal strategy and perspective, I like places that have multiple employees, because I don't like to just rely on the foot traffic that comes in. I want the foot traffic that comes in, but then also there are employees there that could just steadily use them. So like, for example, let's say that you have an establishment that has 50 employees. If each employee just spends $1 per week now, and now obviously they would spend more than that, or because I obviously, you know, you have some of the you know, devil's advocates. Oh, well, you know, what if this guy just doesn't use the machine and he doesn't buy anything that week? Well, I promise you, for the one guy that didn't, there's going to be another guy that buys twice in a week. It just how it works. It just averages out. Especially when you have locations where people can't get away and like they have to be at a desk, or for example at a dealership, salesmen really can't just walk off the lot or go get food. Like, you have to be at the dealership ready for customers to come into the dealership, or ready to answer the phone when people call in and have questions about vehicles. So car guys, for example, you know, they crush machines. Like they crush vending machines because they have to be there so much that it just is more convenient than them having to walk across the street to get a Gatorade or something. It's just already in-house. All right. Now, next, because like I said, we don't waste time, because if you're wasting time, you're wasting money. So we talked about the locations and examples of locations. Now we're going to touch on real quick the customer service required to keep your location. Now, this is the most important part. I feel like it's just as important as finding a location. Once you find a location, you got to work just as hard to keep your location, because you're gonna have guys like me that come up. Now, what do I mean by a guy like me? I prey on terrible customer service vending machines. Like, I'll ride by location, and where somebody else, they wouldn't stop because they're like, like that place already has a vending machine. And I'm like, yeah, they do, but I rode by here 3 times, and all 3 times it was items missing out of the machine. The not in service light was on. The machine was dirty. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll buy an item out of the machine. And now I have gotten locations like this before. So I'm putting y'all up on my game, but I can do that because I want y'all to make money. But y'all weren't in my territory, so I'm not worried about you guys. Alright. But if you are in North Carolina, hey, don't step on your boy toes. Alright. Good. Alright. So this is what I've done before. I'll look at a machine and I'll see that it has like product that's expired. I'll purchase that expired product, take it right to the manager. Hey, excuse me, sir, did you know that this product was expired? Now, you can get a couple different reactions, which will kind of take you down a couple different paths. He might say, "Oh wow," or let's say you get something like this. "Oh man, that machine always has stale products." So, for example, oh man, that machine takes people's money all the time. I've heard that. I actually heard that when I was, this video for another day. But I'll actually take you guys along with me when I go door to door and I go like prospect different locations. I stop by hotels. I do all those types of things. So I stopped by a hotel, and that's exactly what she told me. Oh, like this machine is always out of order, or it never has anything in it, or it always takes people's money. This is my way in. So first thing that I'm going to tell you or show the people is about all of the technology that my machine has. How it will refund money by itself. It'll let me know when inventory is low, so you'll never have. You see how you got all these empty slots? You see, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you have multiple empty slots. My machine, you never have an empty slot because it lets me know before the machine even gets low. That way you can keep your customers happy. People, it's just a convenience. So, people really, really like it. All right. So, things like again, going back, the customer service on what you need to keep your location. You have to keep your machine clean. Like if you land your machine in a high-end area or in a nicer area, if it's not the slums, they don't want a machine in there just looking slummy. They don't want fingerprints all over it. They don't want dirt and dust, and different things of that nature, like, just kind of dirtying up the look of their place. So you got to keep your machines clean. Keep your machines stocked. Keep them stocked with product. Why would you want to have your machine not stocked with product anyway? Because the more days that you go without product in there, that's days that you're missing money. Why would you want to miss money, right? So keep your machines clean. Keep your machines stocked. Those are 2 main things. And the reason why we even have to even talk about that is crazy, but we do. So keep them stocked, keep them clean. Now here's how you go a step past all of that. Now some people, another question was, well, how do you know what to put in the machine? Like it's so many snacks. Like, how do I know? Well, here's the thing. And again, I'm gonna put y'all up on my game. But now don't step on my toes. Alright. So now this is how I make sure that I have exactly what the people want in the machines. How do I do it? I make one of those QR code things, like a little QR, like the little black and white little square thing, that you can take your phone and then you'll just scan it and then something pops up on your screen. I have one of those. So I made a QR code. You can do it too. It's totally free. I can't remember the website, but if you guys really want to know where I got the QR maker at, just leave a message in the comments, and I'll literally go and find it again, and I'll put it in the description for you guys. But basically what I did was I made a QR code. I then took that QR code and I printed out and made it into a sticker. I put that QR code on my vending machine, and then above it I put so when they scan it, it says So they scan it, a survey comes up. So like I just made a survey. So the survey says in so many words, what is your favorite snacks? Like do you see your favorite snack in the vending machine? If not, what is your favorite snack? Most votes gets into the machine. So it basically just gives everyone an opportunity to basically scan that QR code and then just let me know specifically what snacks or what drinks they want in the machine. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes I can find those snacks to go into the machine. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can. Sometimes like they just don't make it in bulk enough for me to go and like buy enough to stock the whole machine with. So, that's just another way to kind of keep a pulse on your business, keep a pulse on basically what the people want. So that's a good way to do it. Just get you a nice QR code and let people just scan it, and basically they'll type right in there and it comes right to your email. They'll type in, hey, like I really love chili cheese Fritos. I don't see chili cheese Fritos. All right, cool. Now we can get some chili cheese Fritos in there. Or like whatever the case may be. Now, that brings us to the end of our video today. Like I said, hey, we always get right into it and get right back out because I know you guys got money to make today, or you got some plots and some plans to put together. So real quick, we'll just kind of go right back over everything real quick, and then we'll get you guys out of here today. All right, so today, we were talking about locations and the kind of the thought process of locations, and kind of my approach is to only go after places that have larger hours of operation, so I can maximize the amount of foot traffic and the amount of people that come, I guess, in the area of my machines, so that I could, just put myself in the best position to get more and more sales. All right, so hours of operation. Then we kind of went into examples of different places that are really good and kind of like what I target. So like dealerships, hospitals, urgent cares, the like courthouses, like public official kind of like court type situations, apartment buildings like by the mail house or by the basketball court. If it's a busy apartment complex, you don't want to have your machine where it's like nobody ever visits and it just sits. All right, so then also places where people come and then they have to wait. So like laundromats, barbershops, beauty salons, arcades, skate parks, and like then we went on to kind of like the amount of employees. I really like to have 50 plus employees. Where I put my machines. That way I know that I'm getting like $1. At least $1 a week. Because $1 a week with 50 employees, they give you $200 a month from that machine. Now, obviously, I'm giving you lowball numbers, but I don't ever want to hype you guys up or gas you up because your area might be different than my area. So the amount of employees, and then we get into the customer. Then we touched on the customer service. That you got to have to keep your machines. Which would be keep the machine stocked, keep the machine clean. If you want to, make one of those QR code things so you can have people scan it and then send you their suggestions on what the machine should have in it. If they give you suggestions on what the machine should have in it, you're obviously going to make crazy bank because they're going to be purchasing the things out of there because it's exactly what they wanted, right? So, those are just kind of a couple, things, just kind of want to touch on that topic a little bit. The thing, I don't even know if I've told you guys where my machines are just yet. So I have one machine that's at a like warehouse loading dock. Now that place, I'm thinking about changing because it's even going against my whole hours of operation. This place is busy and they load between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. So between 12 and 5 a.m., like that's when I get all of the sales from that warehouse. Now my second machine is on the first floor of an office of a 3-level office building. It's on the first floor at a pharmaceutical company that's on that floor. That's where that machine is. I have one more machine that's on the 5th floor at another pharmaceutical company. And so those are my 3 locations so far at a warehouse, on the first floor of a pharmaceutical company of a 3-story building, and then on the 5th floor of a 5-story building at another pharmaceutical company. Now I'm really excited about the one that's on the 5th floor because it's a newer office building, and other companies are continuing to move into this building and move into specifically the 5th floor. So I've already seen sales go up, because when I first got in, there was only one company there. Now there are actually 3 companies there, and sales are going up and up. Obviously, why? Because there are more and more people there. And it's in an office setting where I don't know what they do, but I mean, they stay glued behind their desk. So they don't just get a chance to just kind of go out and hit the store if they want to. So, the convenience of the machine being, right down the hall, they just eat it up. So with that, man, at around about 20 minutes, I'm going to get you guys out of here, because I know y'all got things to do today. Just make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like it, let me know. If you want to see or hear about some other topics or discuss some other things, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it. And I will be sending you guys real soon with the next topic. All right, man. Without further ado, y'all go get it. Have a good one.